What's up guys, Sledgehammer70 back, and today I want to do a vlog on exhaust. Headers, full pipes, axle backs, all that greatness. There's so many options out there and so many people wondering, what should I get, what should I do? And I just want to do a quick vlog to cover off on all the different things out there that are things that you can do. Luckily for us, for at least the V8 cars, a lot of the manufacturers out there, Flowmaster, Borla, and all sorts of other companies out there are building products for us that are compatible with the stock 1SS, with non-MPP or the dual mode exhaust, and also systems that are compatible with the dual mode exhaust and the A8 Auto's V4 mode, or the active fuel management mode. And those of you who aren't familiar, on the A8 Auto, there's actually two sets of valves in your exhaust path, and what this first set of valves are part of the active fuel management system, and they will turn on when your car goes into V8 mode so your car doesn't sound like crap. And what it does is it just diverts the exhaust across the board to allow you to still have a better sounding, or a good sounding V8, not necessarily a better sounding V8, while it runs in 4-cylinder mode. But the MPP is literally the identification number that GM uses to call out its dual mode exhaust. So the dual mode exhaust is interlinked with the drive modes, so tour mode, sport mode, track mode, snow and ice. And what that does is it allows you to control how your car sounds. So you can make it sound fairly stealthy all the way to leaving the valves fully open in track mode to get a better sound exhaust when you want it. Now, some people don't feel that exhaust, or the MPP exhaust, is that great at higher RPMs, because as much as GM says it opens it up in track mode, it still kind of closes it once you get up to higher cruising speeds. So a lot of people will even do the fuse pull. You can see my video of that here, to allow your car to sound better across all spectrums, no matter how fast or slow you're going. So, but when it comes to the individual items offered from different companies, we have a wide gamut of things, and a lot of guys, they will buy an exhaust for the simple pure fact that it makes the car sound better. So again, the dual mode exhaust, or the MPP option when you order your brand new Camaro, is basically GM's performance exhaust that gives you a nice rumbly tone. It sounds great, a lot of people love it. If you get it, you can stop there, you're done. Now for me, the MPP exhaust I think sounds great, but what I would like is just a better rumble overall. And so there's things that I could do, or things that we could do, to achieve that. So not only just, well, let me step back. So in ways to achieve that, now for me, it's not just the sound, but it's performance and sound. And for most of you guys, it's just going to be sound. And for some of you guys, it's going to be straight performance and sound, or just straight performance and you don't care how it sounds. So going from the engine block all the way to the back, there's certain things you can do. You can throw headers on there. You can throw high flow cats. So let's go in order. So off the block, you have the Tri-Y manifold headers from GM. Those are great. They act better than a standard manifold that you would see on a motor, but they're not perfect, or they're not like long tube headers or shorties. They're very much like a shorty set of headers, but they could be better. So you could put shorties on there, you could put long tube headers on there, and then from there you go straight into your catalytic converter. You can do green cats or high flow cats to increase the flow of air coming out and the back pressure. And then right after that we have our resonator. Now the resonator helps create that sound, and keeping in mind that GM had to design around the AFM for the automatic cars, and then also the dual mode exhaust, etc. So you can remove the resonators if you want and create what's considered a straight pipe for that space. And then it goes into an X pipe, which is great. It's not the best X pipe design out there. And then from there, either you have your active fuel management valves, and then it goes straight into the huge suitcase muffler that people complain about. So, and that's where a lot of the axle back exhausts come in to play, because you don't have to mess with the active fuel management valves. You could just put an axle back exhaust for both the MPP or non-MPP. I've seen options out there just to get you some better sound and a little bit of horsepower increase. So the way a lot of these companies design all of these different products, from high flow cats to straight pipes to EC pipes to exhaust, mufflers and headers, like they all approach it in a different way. And a lot of these companies, they just do it the old school way. They'll create product, they'll do testing, they'll show the performance across the board. It's great. Other companies go above and beyond that and create some pretty intense systems. And a great company to outline, which I think a lot of the Gen 5 guys really loved, and it's sounding like the Gen 6 ones are really good as well, is Borla. So Borla has created their attack system. So for those of you who like the more noise or sound, the attack system from Borla is proving out to be one of the best sounding exhausts that I've kind of heard to date so far. But you know, there's a lot of other companies as well, and I don't want to discredit them or say theirs exhaust sound bad, because it's honestly all opinion based. So you guys may think it sounds like crap, and I might think something sounds great. So Stainless Works, or is it Stainless Steel Works? My mind is not working with me. But they've also released a video. Here, check it out here. Also, here's the Borla system. And again, just to note, these are both systems that support the MPP exhaust or the dual mode exhaust. So check it out. But these systems are, I believe, full systems, so headers and everything across the board, and they sound great. Now, not only is it going to sound better sound or provide better sound, it is going to give you more horsepower increase, etc. So a lot of these companies are using bigger diameter pipe to give you more back pressure and better flow, especially with the headers. Again, there's lots of different options. So as you can see from the videos that we just watched, there's some great sounding products out there. I know Cooks has a lot of pipes coming out. They have their headers available, etc. But the big thing is just deciding what is right for you. So if you're just going for a good sound, axle back exhaust might be your best and cheapest option to change the way your car sounds. Now, if you want performance in sound, you probably want a full system. You want headers, you'll probably want high flow cats or an upgrade the X pipe and new muffler in the back. But the big thing is for me, I got the dual mode exhaust or the MPP option on my car, and I just wanted to sound a little more burly, not just at under watt or wide open throttle, but also at just idle. I want to hear that rumbling noise. And it's there, it's kind of dampened a little bit. And I think a lot of that's because of the catalytic converter. I think it's because of the resonators. I think a little bit has to do with the crimp pipes above the rear axle. So some of the things that I'm going to be doing is, one, I'm going to test a test pipe just to see how much the catalytic converter is suppressing the sound. I don't think it's going to be that much. The other quick thing that I could do, and it's not a cheap option, is throw a set of headers on there, specifically like long tube headers, because those do give you a deeper tone across the line. But the other side is the X-pipe. The X-pipe also not only creates better back pressure and suction points from both sides, it gives you also a better tone over like an old school H-pipe type design. So, but if you're in it for just sound, you know, a axle back system is for you. You will probably see a little bit of horsepower increase, but don't listen to the guys that are saying, oh, you're going to get a 20 horsepower increase by putting a new muffler on there. That's not the case. Not in all cases. There has been some cars out there. There's some crazy dyno and marketing numbers I've seen hyping things up, but in a lot of the real world testing that I've seen from guys like you and I across the board, is some of these things add 5 to 10 horsepower if you're lucky. But if you do a full system, so, and this even goes beyond just from the engine, this is ahead of the engine, like cold air intake, you do ported throttle body, you do intake manifold, so like the Air Force manifold out there, or even just port your stock manifold will give you better performance. Not a huge like the Air Force would, but then all the way to out the back. So you got your intake, your throttle body, your intake manifold, then you go into your headers, go into your cats, your resonators, your mufflers, your X-pipe, well, your X-pipe and the mufflers. Like, doing all of those things will give you obviously the best gain across the board. But the other side of it is a tune. Like, if you want to get the best performance after you add all of those parts, you have to go get your car tuned. And unfortunately, that would void your warranty on your car. A lot of people ask, like, oh, well, you can just you can refresh it and move it back to normal. Like, come on, GM's not dummies. Their system tracks the history. You can't fully wipe it. So they will see that there was something messed around. And if something catastrophic happened to your motor, which these motors are pretty solid, it can happen. I don't want to say it won't, but you know, the LT1s have been proven pretty good. But do know that tuning your car will void your warranty. So yeah, so as far as it goes with exhaust, there's again lots of options. We have a lot of companies out there offering stuff. I'm going to put links below in the comments just so you can see all the different kind of stuff out there. It's not cheap. Headers, full exhaust system with new mufflers, etc. It's expensive. You know, you're talking 2,000 all the way up to $3,000, especially for the systems that include the MPP or support for the dual mode and the AA auto for the flanges and all that stuff. So that's that. Let me know what you guys are thinking. You know, a lot of you guys have already upgraded your cars. A lot of you guys are looking at what Borla or Flowmaster or MagnaFlow and all these companies are coming out with. Like, what systems have you interested? What systems are you gonna buy, or have you ordered, or are waiting to come out? I'd love to know in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of other Camaro enthusiasts would love to know below. Post below what you think, which ones you're loving. If you even have links to other brands that have posted stuff already, link those below too. Love to see more videos of the different companies that are sharing what their systems sound and look like, etc. So yeah, so as always, thanks for watching, guys. This was kind of a long vlog. If you guys have stuck through this long, you guys are true fans of the channel and definitely appreciate it. And as always, the comments are great. I've been trying to get to them. I got sick and went on vacation, so I apologize if I was delayed by a couple days. But with that being said, I appreciate it all. Our subscriber count is growing like crazy. It's all because of you guys. You guys sharing, you guys talking about the products, or not even products, but just the channel, etc. I love it. So keep it going. Love the subscribes, love the shares, love the comments. And as always, guys, I will see you on the road.